Question number 5. So let's find the derivative of the square root of 3x squared plus 4. Okay, let's get started by finding our inner function g of x. G of x is just going to be this, the 3x squared plus 4. Alright, so then what is f of x? The outside function will be just the square root of x. Right? Because then f of g of x, we would be replacing that, or the x4, 3x squared plus 4. So that would work out. Great. Now, we know that y prime of f of g of x will be f prime of g of x times g prime of x. Great. So let's do this. The first step will be to find out what f prime of x is. Now, the square root of x is just x to the power of half. Right? Hopefully that makes sense to everyone. And so f prime of x, I can just bring down the half, multiply by x to the power of half minus 1. Half minus 1 is just negative half. So here we have half times x to the power of negative 1/2. And we could rewrite this essentially as 1 over 2 times 1 over x to the half. And x to the half is just the square root of x. So we could rewrite it like this, 1 over 2 root x. Fantastic. But guess what? We're not interested in just f prime of x. We're interested in f prime of g of x. Alright, great. So I can just take the g of x and replace this x with that. So we're going to have 1 over 2 times the square root of, see if I got the right color here, 3x squared plus 4. Great. Now, so this whole thing is what we have here. Then we need to multiply it by g prime of x. And what's g prime of x? That'll be easy to find out because we have g of x right here, 3x squared plus 4. So I can just take down the exponent, multiply by the 3. So 3 times 2 is 6. So I have 6x. And we subtract 1 from the 2, and we get a 1. So the derivative of 3x squared is just 6x. I don't need to write the 1 there. And the derivative of 4 is just 0. So we're done here. G prime of x is just 6x. Fantastic. So we already have the answer, don't we? Y prime will be just f prime of g of x, which will be 1 over 2 times the square root of 3x squared plus 4, which is all of this, right? And multiply it by g prime of x, which is just 6x. So I'm going to simplify this a little bit, because you can just multiply the 1 by the 6x. So we have 6x over 2 root of 3x squared plus 4. Then I can actually just divide 6 by 2. I get a 3. So we end up with y prime is equal to 3x over the square root of 3x squared plus 4. And that's it.